Hey
y'all.
What's going on? Welcome to Fun Spot.
This is the Fun Spot. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are well. This is the introduction, so let me just get to it. So with this, we're going to be talking about just things pertaining to life blogging, travel, business ventures, dating, which is what the topic for tonight is going to be about dating.
It was the face
and
for me.
Things, that regular people go through, but through the lives of strippers. So
true. You guys, this is Trula. Hey. Make sure you guys like and comment, and make sure you subscribe. Click the big red link below. Thank you guys for being on this channel. We have a lot of episodes that we got coming for y'all, but this is called the Fun Spot.
So it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna be entertaining. You're gonna get to know us on different levels, and just see how our lives are going, and just what we're into, and like where we're going. So it's gonna be very compelling for you guys to tune in, and make sure you get those post notifications so you can see when we're posting.
Okay. So this segment is basically dating in Atlanta 2021 stripper edition.
Lordy.
Oh, y'all, we finna get into it.
Let's go. So, first is being a stripper. So, I just recently moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta in February. So, I started dancing in New Jersey. The stripper scene in New Jersey is completely different from down south, just general down south. So, I think in my perspective, it's like everything is a culture shock to me. Because when you're in New Jersey, it's just a different dancer dynamic. You're dealing with a lot of promoters and all sorts of stuff like that. Down in Atlanta, it's like there's so many different types of clubs. There's high-end clubs, underground clubs. Like strippers, we're really involved in so many areas of life in Atlanta. Even lounges want strippers there. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not from here, so you got more time here.
Girl. Anyway, she didn't been, well, you ain't been here that long, but I mean.
I haven't done any, so guys, I haven't done any dating. I've been abstinent. So, I can't really, but what I've been seeing as far as pickings has been
slim.
It's giving me homosexual vibe. Like, are you secretly struggling? I don't know. I'm not getting stable about it.
I'm not getting. I know I'm vanilla.
It's giving me. We're gonna have to. If I date you, we're gonna have to sleep on an air mattress. I just don't like that.
No, I get it. So I've been here for 5 years, really 6 years now. So being a dancer in Atlanta in general, it is a job. It is dating, the relationships. So I was gonna say, so just being like a dancer in Atlanta, it's a little rough. But the money is good. Most dancers here make between 60 to 100 to 200 and up a year. It's if you a real dancer, I'm not talking about the ones that work at these little hole in the walls.
Not those,
but the actual ones at the club. So it's being a dancer. It's fast money. It's a fast lifestyle. I know for me, Chula can speak on her, but I know that I won't be dancing too much longer. It's just not for me. I want to go back to school for nursing. I have a business that I started, a credit repair company, stuff like that I'm trying to get back into. My credit repair is still going on, but like my consignment shop, I kind of put that on hold. But being a dancer in Atlanta, we always talking about getting money. On our mind is money. Period. I don't want to be fake about it because
it's about the money.
It's about the money.
And the stability. Like, people gotta understand, when you're a woman in this lifestyle, a lot of us got out the mud. There was no one we couldn't rely on. We have to really get out here and go get this money.
Yeah.
Because it's out here. And so it does something to your mindset when you're like, I gotta get it as a woman. So I think that to me, it's hard to kind of understand why we move the way we move and deal with the way we deal with them. And a lot of people cannot really hang with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all can't hang with us, period.
And so, like Dora, it's like I have, a business. I make and sell skincare products. I've had a house cleaning business since I was 19. So I've always been working. Before I started stripping, I was always hustling and finding ways to work.
Give me your IG handle so they know how to reach you.
So my IG handle is Chula_the Goddess.
Spell it out for them, because someone will listen.
CHULA_the Goddess. So follow. and I just feel like we're very I noticed that being in this industry, I've only been dancing for 4 years, but I've danced in different regions of America. So what I've noticed though is that a lot of us have so much substance. There's so much to us. Like, yeah, there's the ones, the stereotypical ones. Like everyone always thinks like everyone just be, just out here partying, just, wanting attention and, wanting to, show out. And that's a sector. But a lot of us are very ambitious. A lot of us, are go-getters. We're investing the money that we get into things that we want to do with our lives, and I think that that's a perspective that a lot of people don't kind of get. We kind of get all bunched into one, and it's like, that's not, to me, that's not the whole story. That's a chapter in the book, but there's different chapters. And a lot of us are really doing things with ourselves, and this money that we get in this fast life. So I think that that's important to put out there.
Yeah, no, that's real. And that's another thing that, I love about Chula. Like, we could just be sitting, we're not your typical uneducated dancers. We're very educated, we're very business oriented, and we like to get money, so therefore she's always thinking of ways to get money, and we actually have some stuff coming up that we're going to do with Airbnb.
Yes.
We're trying to put it together. It should be out within maybe by August.
Definitely about August.
Yeah, by August.
At the latest.
Yeah. So, and you guys can actually look us up, and we're gonna have shows to show y'all about it. But yeah, so that's just basically what we do as dancers, as what we do. The typical is 4 or 5 days a week. We in the club. The other days, every Sunday, we have a fun day. We do all type of stuff, from candle making to rent out Airbnbs. We just take the day off to decompose and relax.
Yeah, just detox, and a lot of people don't understand, like, people think like, people try to devalue the type of work that we do and just be like, it's just fast money, and it's hard. It's mentally hard, physically hard. We work hard to
talk about it.
Like, just everything that we do, it takes a toll on us mentally, spiritually, physically. So I really just want to say that, you can't, there's jobs where, they're doing way less work than us, and people give them way more props. But because we work in the sex industry, it's devalued, and we need to stop doing that. We need to stop, because at the end of the day, we have to use our minds and our bodies in synergy to get what we want, get to where we're going.
Say that word one more time.
Synergy. Everything works together, so we have to use our mind. There's girls that don't. Exactly. There's girls I know that come to this industry and left like the next day because they couldn't do it. Mentally, they couldn't do it. They weren't. Confidence wasn't stable. Self-esteem wasn't stable. This shit will break you down if you let it. So it's not for everybody. That's why I never recommend it to anyone. I'm like, if you want to do it, but I don't ever recommend it. I don't ever put it out there as something to go for. I didn't start stripping until I was 24 years old. I already had a degree. I already had a business. So I'm glad I came into it as an adult, because a lot of girls who started young, a lot of them are washed up. They don't got nothing to their name. They've been dancing way more years than me. And I'm glad that I didn't take that route, because, like I said, this shit is real. Like it's not games. This is listen, this is for Spartans.
Period. I like to say this: the streets ain't made for everybody. That's why they made
sidewalks. There's a sidewalk for you.
Seriously, like y'all coming in the game, you know, just thinking because you cute or whatever, that's gonna get you.
There's a lot of cute people, trust me.
That's not gonna keep a guy. That's not gonna keep nobody in your life. That's not
gonna get you no money.
That's not gonna get you no money. So that's basically just the info. But we're gonna get on the topics of dating in Atlanta. Boom. So I am what she said, but a little opposite. So I've been dancing since I was 17. I've had my own apartment since I was 17. But the difference is that I had a family that had business. I had family who had things going on, you know. And so therefore, when I seen my family having it, it made me want to go get it. The only difference is that I got it a little bit different from the way they got it.
Right.
But as far as dating, to me, I am gender fluid. I will date whatever makes me happy. In a sense of a way, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care what you are. If you make me happy, then I'm gonna be with you. But dating for a dancer is very hard because, you know, we have requirements, and this is how I feel. If you can't do for me what I do for myself, now I'm not saying go date you no broke, bum down ass girl that ain't got nothing going on. Don't do that because she can't bring. When people say what you bring to the table, I tell people I am the table because I already got my table together. So my question is, what can you put on my table?
Word, and I'm gonna speak on that because I never encourage men to go for bum women, but when you're dealing with a boss woman, you gotta step up to the plate. So you can't come half-stepping and wanting us to lower our standards to meet you there. That's not gonna work out. If you can't, you know, meet us where we're at, when you see all that we have and all that we've invested in, then you need to step back and work on yourself. Yeah. And I think that's really important. A lot of guys feel rejected by women in our industry or women, you know, in entertainment, and you know, because we are so established, it intimidates them. Mm-hmm. And I understand that, but we're not against you. We're just saying that don't make us feel like we have to lower where we worked hard to get to come down there with you on your car. That's just disrespectful.
We're not going to do it.
It's not going to happen. And I think that's the biggest struggle with the dating world with strippers, because like, you know, there's all these types of bloggers and memes going around, you know, where it pertains to the fact that women need to bring something to the table, that women need to do manly things. And I'm a feminine woman, you know. I exude feminine energy. I'm dainty, I'm needy. Like, I can do for myself, but if I allow you around me, you're gonna get the soft side of me because I'm allowing you to be a man in my presence, and that's important to me.
Oh God, that's so good.
And I think that a lot of men don't know what that feels like, to be able to be a man in a real woman's presence and be valued as a man. You're gonna have the space, the respect, the support, the love, the nurturing of a real woman when you're doing what men are supposed to be doing. And I feel like the hardest thing for me with dating is I feel like a lot of men want to be the woman, and it bothers me a lot. I don't want to be the man. I don't want to be the nigga in the relationship. I don't want to be the breadwinner. Yes, I'm going to get money, but at the end of the day, you should be setting the woman that you want's life up. Whether you're dating her or you're mentoring, you should be setting the stage for her to be the best woman for you. And that's being a provider, in my opinion.
I agree 100% with her. I feel like in society, people have forgot their roles, that women are now playing the roles of men and men are now playing the roles of women. So a lot of time a man would want to go 50-50. In my household that I bought, it's no way I'm going 50-50 with anybody because you're a roommate at that point.
If you want to be back in college dorms, just say that. If you want to relive your fucking late teens, just Go back to college. What are you doing? And
that's of all ages up to 98, I believe.
They do. You can go.
You can go.
You can be back there.
Community or university, I believe.
You're gonna be at the community. I just think that's kind of like the hardest thing. Is like people like Dora said, people are not playing their roles, and it bothers me because you gotta understand this. If a woman feels like she's not secure, she's not taken care of, she's gonna overcompensate. And when she starts to have to overcompensate, that brings out masculine characteristics in her naturally, because she has to boss up and take care of all this load, because there's no man around, or the man that's in her life is lacking in, his position. And a lot of men complain about, oh, you women are masculine, you are this. I'm like, but are you setting the stage for her to be in her feminine energy? Ask yourself that.
You have to, when you meet somebody, the first thing you do, I always tell people to be themselves, because you set that standard the moment they meet you. Well, if you step in and let them know that I'm an independent woman, I got my own everything. And it's not saying don't date a woman who don't do nothing for you, because I date women. Now I will say this with women.
Don't be with a fucking bum.
Yeah, I'm a little more lenient with women, because women, I feel like we are the most underpaid and the most mistreated beings other than male in this world. Seriously, we are. So for me, I feel like, if we both, split the bills, right? And when you come in the house and you're like, well, where my food at? And did you do this? And did you do that? I'm saying, I'm tired as hell. Didn't I work just like you work? If I'm working, I'm splitting the bills just like you. That, like she said, that masculine energy is gonna come in, because I'm doing what you're doing. So if you're not here to enhance me, then you don't need to be here. And that goes for women. So, and I feel like this with a woman. If I'm with a woman, I will go 60-40 with a woman. I'll go 60-40. That means she has 60 and I'll do 40. With a man, I'll go 80-20. That's it. It's no, I will compromise where we eat. I will compromise vacation. I will compromise sometimes even things that I want, right?
Right.
But I won't compromise my values. And that's a man or whoever I'm dealing with being a provider for me. Period. That's it.
And I think that is really important, because I look at the values that a man has, and I feel like a lot of men, because they have so much feminine energy in them, because they're raised by a lot of single women who they're strong, independent women, and that's great. But a lot of reasons why these men never even never had their fathers in their lives, or never even had a stepfather, is because the women that were raised were too strong and too independent.
And they shouldn't have to be.
And they shouldn't have to be. And it's been normalized to men that, oh, women are supposed to be working this hard, working 10 jobs, all this. That's not how women are supposed to be. And that's why a lot of men don't know what feminine energy is like. And they've never been, blessed to be able to be raised by a woman to be sitting in her feminine energy. And I think that a lot of men are missing that. And it's unfortunate, because when you're with a woman who's in her feminine energy, my God, when you're being raised by a woman who is comforted and taken care of, it's a different type of love. It's a different type of love. It's such a deeper love. And a lot of men are having to repair their relationships with their mothers, because their mothers were not able to be the mother that they should have been, because there was no man there to help her and provide for her so she could be the best that she could be. And that bothers me a lot. And we need to start changing that cycle.
Yeah, I agree. And this is no way to bash men.
For single mothers, I'm not a single mom, because my daughter is her father takes care of her. But I'm not bashing single moms who don't have a father figure at all there. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, definitely not. Like I said, after my mom and dad got a divorce, my mom, she had to take care of the household. So I was able to see kind of that father figure until I was 14. And that taught me a lot too, because regardless of how the situation went, Daddy always paid the bills. Mama had a job, but Daddy always paid the bills. And I, that's just the way I was brought up. Now, I don't care if a man has all the money in the world. He treats you like shit. Goodbye.
walk away.
Walk away. It's not like money doesn't dictate me. Money just makes me know what I'm going for.
Money to me, and I think that a lot of men construe, there's always this type of term gold digger going around, things like that. It's like, no, money doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't buy love. Money just makes things comfortable. It gives you access to things.
That's right.
And if you know that and you have that in the back of your head, you're never gonna get swayed by it, because no man can sway with money. If you're not treating me right, I'm gonna notice. And I'm like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah, it's not.
Any good woman is not gonna let you treat her like shit just because you have money.
Because she know her worth. Because she can do it without you.
She can do it without
you add to her life. It's almost like I have my entree, but where's my sides? You know what I'm saying? Like, you add to it. I'm it. I am it.
I already got it.
I already got it. So just because you got it, you think because you got it, you can control my life, or you can tell me what to do, that ain't gonna work.
Exactly. And I think a lot of men, and I'm not, trying to make people feel bad, but there's a lot of men who are, in a more low income area. I'm talking, 30, 40,000 a year. That's kind of like close to poverty level.
It is.
Those are the type of men who are very angry at women like us, because
we bougie, or y'all act like y'all too good. Well, I know I'm good.
Well, I know I'm good. I'm high quality. It's like when you can buy regular produce, but organic is a lot better for you, but it costs more.
It costs more. Have you noticed that you can go and buy certain kind of meat, like pork? You can buy a meal that costs $7.99, but you can buy one vegetable that costs $7.99, because the benefits of that vegetable for you, and compared to what you're getting, the quality is different. It's physically, mentally, and it's what you put in your body, and it's what's gonna last longer, right? So at the end of the day, I think it's all about what is. For me, I would say this for a man who's trying to be with a woman who has her stuff together. Ask yourself, what kind of quality do you want?
That's big. Quality. Bringing quality into the equation is very important, because if you're a man and you're saying what you want a woman who's a co-provider and all these things, you're also getting a low quality of woman, because she's not really being herself. She's doing the most because she has to be with you, because you don't have it to make her be her best self. So in the grand scheme of things, look at the divorce rate. 70% or of divorces happen because of financial issues. And why? It's because two people are busting their ass. If two people are busting their ass, they don't have time to focus on relationship quality, to focus on their parenting quality, because two people are busting ass, and it just does not work. So if you're asking a woman, oh yeah, you need to be out here working a 9 to 5 and working all these hours just like me, then you cannot be asking her to be fucking you right. Oh, I'm sorry. She said what she said. You cannot be asking her to suck your dick every day.
She said what she said.
Have all the dishes done in the house. She's not gonna have time, because that's what she's busting ass like you. Like, make it make sense. And I think that a lot of men, especially low income men, they don't, because they know they can't afford to take care of a family, they have low quality relationships, and then they end up unhappy.
Bitter niggas.
A lot of you guys are bitter. Seriously. And it's unfortunate, because these relationships can be better if you, as a man, you should want to be able to provide the utmost for your woman. You should want to have a kept woman. And there might be some women out there who feel some type of way about saying the word kept, but those are the best quality women. Look at the marriages. Look at Kobe's wife. Look at all these things. They don't do anything unless they want to just do something. Mm-hmm. Their main role is being a wife, being a mother. And you see how good their relationships are going. Yeah, there's some exceptions. People, things happen, things fall apart. But in the grand scheme of, if you look at the longevity of a relationship, it lasts longer when the woman is able to be a woman and the man is being a man. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But grand scale is dating, being a dancer is harder, and sometimes, we want people to accept us for us. We want people to know that we are normal people. We like money just like a 9 to 5 woman like money. It's just that we just get it different. It doesn't make us any different because at the end of the day, when you go and pay that bill, they don't care if the money came from the bottom of the well. They just want to know, do you have it?
Period. And I think I also want to bring up the fact that I think the struggle with dating as a stripper also pertains to the fact that it's the sex industry, and a lot of men try to devalue women who use their bodies for money. And I feel that stance is invalid just because of the fact that there's so many women who have sex, full-blown sex for nothing. The man had no intentions of caring about you, taking care of you, having a family with you, but yet you laid on your back for this man and let him enjoy your body. How come that is not seen as degrading to a woman? But when we're shaking ass, showing titties and pussy, we're supposed to feel bad about ourselves. Like, what?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? And that's how you know that stance is coming from a place of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and sexism. Period.
It is the vocabulary for me. But yeah, when we find individuals, we turn up, we like to have a good time. For me, I'm single, boom. Dating. I love to date now. I just got a recent relationship, so I'm back on the market. And like I said, I date women and men, and I require the same thing. It's a little more difficult with women because sometimes women, they're like, oh, I'm just a woman. Oh, girl, no, you work too. Let's get this together.
How do you feel about that? I want to talk about that because I date men and women too, and I think I'm just now learning how to date. Like, I'm a late bloomer, guys. So I was homeschooled, and I was with my daughter's father until I was like 24. So I didn't really. I'm 28 now. That's a very long time in my life to not be knowing or doing anything with anybody else. So I think I'm still learning about dating, and it's like I've never been in a serious relationship with a woman. We've always been like, we fuck with each other. We fuck with each other. So I never had a full-blown planned out life things with her and things like that. So I want to explore that, but I'm also kind of I'm so more sympathetic to women.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm always, I think
masculinity.
The masculinity. I'm like, oh my God, things like that. So I'm still, even though I know what makes me happy is being taken care of. I like the comfort. I know what I like.
Acts of service, the love language. You guys go and take that quiz. I found out my love language was acts of service. So that means that when people do things for me, it's not always just financially, but when people cater to me, when people make sure I'm okay, when they surprise me.
Attentiveness for me. I love attention. I love affection. Attention.
Of course you do.
So I think for me, it's like when I feel, what makes me feel unloved is lack of attention and affection. It doesn't have to be money that that's great, but it's like if you're not paying attention to me and I feel like you're not, asking me, even if you ask me, are you okay? Do you need something? And I say no, I just glad you asked me.
It's the are you okay for me? How's your day? Because as a dancer, we come home, we get tired as fuck, and we still, as business women, we wake up together, and we wake up at 9 o'clock. Not to mention we get in about 3, go to bed about 4. We wake up at 9, 8 o'clock in the morning. We might take another nap, but we're back at it. So for me, it's the attentiveness to show that you care. Even if I get home late or you have to be at work in the morning, still text me. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh shit.
Right, like, just say, did you get home safe? That means
Are you
so much
okay?
to me.
Are you hungry?
It might be 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You want some money for food, breakfast?
What's going on? How do I know you love me if you don't cash out me? How would I know?
How I know?
They're not gonna know.
And I think that a lot of men are not attentive enough. I think because they're used to so many women being so independent that, you know, and this is women's fault. A lot of women, you know, I love us, but a lot of women are way too hard around the edges. And they've shown men that you don't gotta check up on me. You don't gotta see if I'm okay.
I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not good.
I'm not good. I'm needy. I need you. I need you.
Now.
I need to be rubbed. I need to be attentive because what you're gonna get back from that is so much love. You're gonna feel so good because I'm like, I'm gonna want to do better for you because you're doing and making me feel good to do that. And I think a lot of men, because they don't attend to their women properly, they don't get to experience that because your girl's mad. She's mad that she's working so hard. She's mad that you guys are struggling. She's mad that she has to ride or die. It doesn't. No woman.
Why do I have to ride it out for you?
Why do I have to be a cat? 9 lives, riding and dying, come back again.
Why? I'm just saying, like, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not, because a real man gonna have his business, a real woman gonna have her business. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be there for you, but I'm not just gonna ride it out for you or make you feel like what you're doing is okay. What you're doing is not okay, and I'm not a part of it.
No one should be okay with struggle love. We need to stop this narrative that love is a struggle and that you should just be struggling. Oh, your lights get turned off, just keep going. It's like, that doesn't build a foundation for generational wealth. We gotta think about the longevity of our family and our children and what type of, you know, future we wanna have laid out for ourselves. And if we decide to bring kids into the world, like, we should not be okay with struggling. If you're struggling, stay single and get on your grind. When I was broke, before I started dancing, I was broke as fuck. Transitioning, in college, all kinds of things. And I was single for 17 months. No sex. Nothing. So there's no excuse. Get on your fucking shit.
And she said what she said. But before we end this segment, you guys, we bought these pickles. So we want to try them. These are Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine pickles. Now, me and Debbie love spicy food.
I love spice.
And we love pickles. So this is 20% alcohol, 40 proof. Ooh. So it's giving me rubbing alcohol vibes.
It's giving me banjo vibes.
So we're gonna try it. So yeah, let's try it real quick.
We're about to try it.
Oh shit. We'll let you know in the next video. Also, you guys, if you have any questions, make sure you guys hit me up. I don't even know my IG because I changed it. I'm just joking. It's Lachelle_God_child. Lachelle_God_child. Okay. So yeah, let's try these. Oh shit. I always tell Debbie to go first on everything. Like when we go playing, I be like, Debbie.
We should buy napkins.
Oh man, we should.
Okay.
Oh shit, Debbie.
You ready?
Hey, what the freak?
Oh fuck. Let's throw that out. Give me shot vibes.
Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a little more stronger. Tastes really
I was
good.
going sour. I was going sour.
The alcohol.
Yeah. I want you to taste more like the regular Spears.
Mm-hmm.
That type of bitter.
It's good to eat pickles while you're drinking.
I bet I want to put hot sauce on this.
Go for it. Go do it, baby. That is why I gotta put hot sauce on the shit.
Where is it?
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, hit us up. Shout out to Pastor Poppy. That is a real nigga that we's gonna run over here.
Let me tell you. We're gonna be doing commentary on a couple of his posts and some of his reels. Just get some background and some just kind of substance to what he's saying, because he's very valid as far as like, listen, fellas, like, oh my mic on. Fellas, women like to be taken care of. Period. Your mom, your sisters, your cousins, we like to be taken care of. We like to feel good about ourselves. We like a man to make us feel like we're valued in his life, and that he sees value in us, and that he invests in us. Whether it's buying us flowers, taking us on trips, paying a bill, we love those things. And you're only gonna get the best out of a woman by doing those things. And if you're picking the wrong women, you need to ask yourself why. If you pick some bum who's using you, ask yourself why did you pick her?
What is it about me that's attracting bum women?
Exactly. Because there's really great value women out here, and Pastor Poppy knows. A good woman who has her shit together just wants to know that you see something in value in her, and you're gonna make her feel like she's valuable. That's it.
That's true. A lot of guys out here be trying to impress men. I have a problem with that.
Oh God.
A lot of guys, their number one narrative is to impress guys. Like, they'll go out, spend $15,000, $2,000 with their homeboy, go, it's in the cabinet, Debbie. The one on this side. The other one, yeah, I'm before you. And they go out and spend all this money on God. And I was like, is that your boyfriend or not? If that's your boyfriend, say that. If you like men, say that. Because it shouldn't be a problem, but that's neither here nor there, but it's here. And I have a problem in Atlanta because a lot of these dudes be undercover. A lot of these guys like guys. They dress up, they go hustle all week just to go and spend money with the same dudes they've been on the block with. It irritates me when I see guys in the club that they just seen on the block, and as soon as they walk in the club, the first thing they do is just hug them. They hug them. What's up, bro? You just seen him. You just seen him. You see him every, like, are y'all partners?
All day.
Are you guys partners? Like, if you're bisexual, say that. I'm okay with somebody being bisexual. I'm not gonna date you.
I don't want you.
I don't want you, but somebody wants you.
But I respect it.
Debbie is eating.
So put hot sauce on it, guys, and it doesn't matter. I love the tanginess of like pickles and
she put Louisiana, y'all. I'm talking about Louisiana, the real Louisiana. I taste. Tastes really, it looks like it tastes good. I'm not gonna have two of those because it's moonshine, and I don't want to be, knocked out. But no, thank you guys for joining in on Fun Spot. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or any comments, or if you guys want to ask questions, make sure you guys hit us up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just send us a message. Write us under below. We're open. Women, men.
hit us up on Instagram.
Hit us up on Instagram. Chula, give them your handle one more time.
So my handle is Chula, CHULA_the goddess on Instagram.
Boom, there it is. And also, like I said, you can leave comments below. Leave your IG below. We'll follow you guys back.
Yes.
Message us on IG. It's easy. We're open. We're flexible.
If you have any topic suggestions, something you want to talk about, something you want to know more about us, like in our world, let us know. Comment below. Hit up on Instagram. Anything.
And eventually we will be doing giveaways. So if you watch this whole video and we ask certain questions and you can answer them for us, then we're going to probably start that in the next couple of videos.
Right.
If you can answer those for us, then we're going to give you a giveaway because we want to thank y'all for supporting.
and watching us and enjoying us and, you know, giving feedback and just taking our advice. You know, just you're going to see as you get to know us more, as you go through, you know, our videos, just how valuable we are and just how we mean well.
Yeah, we mean well. We're really good people, and we will give people the shirt off our back, literally. So yeah,
Literally.
but thank you guys for tuning in. We're about to play some City Girls. We're about to play some Megan Thee Stallion. You know,
Twerk a little, you know.
twerk a little, drink a little.
There might be some twerking and some new videos.
Coming soon towards you. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Dora,
Chula.
and we're out.